community. This is the Lazy-Eyed Modeler here today. We're going to do a review of the new Moebius kit, the 1965 Plymouth Belvedere. As you may know, previously they had produced the 65 Plymouth Satellite, and if you want a great review on that, I'm going to leave a link to Mopar Modeler's review on the 65 Satellite, and you can check that out. This is kind of obviously a revamp of that kit to produce the Belvedere. And just before I move on, I will mention that Moebius has just released in the past week the 1965 Satellite as the Mopar missile drag car. So if I can find a pic or a link, I'll try to leave it. If not, and you're interested in that, I would suggest doing a Google search of Moebius, Plymouth Satellite Mopar missile. Model Roundup has it. Spotlight Hobbies has it, so you should be able to find that quite easily. Okay, back to this kit. Now this Plymouth Belvedere kit is, it's not a totally stock kit, unlike the Satellite. This is kind of what they would call a day 2 car. So it has perhaps engines that were not entirely appropriate. It has tires that are not stock. So you can't build this one strictly as a stock Plymouth Belvedere. You'd have to maybe kit bash it with the Satellite to get a completely stock Belvedere one. And strangely, I'm a guy that always looks for a car that can be built stock. And to tell you the truth, these Plymouths didn't have much appeal to me until I heard it was a day 2 car, and there's something about that. Remember as a kid seeing these on the street sort of as day 2 cars with slicks and all that type of thing. So that's strangely, that's why I ended up buying this kit. Okay, so let's start on the review, finally, they say. Here's the box top, showing what looks like a stock Belvedere, Belvedere in a family and whatnot. Nice artwork, beautiful artwork on these Moebius kits. We'll do the end cap. That kind of looks like the same color as the Satellite is done in on the Satellite box. There again, it looks stock, but you can't build it stock. There's a side view of it with dog dish hubcaps. Black car with red interior. The other end cap is the same as the first one. And there's a rear view of the Belvedere. And you can see where it has Krager mags, maybe. It's mag wheels anyway. So that's the box top. Here are the instructions. Same picture as the box top. Typical Moebius instructions, although there's a lot of white space in it. Big fold-out instructions with the all the steps involved there. There's 2 engine options, and I'll show that to you in the color picture here. There's the 2 engine options. There's the orange one is the Max Wedge engine, and the blue one here is the Commando V8 426 engine. That's I believe what they call a poly engine. It's not the not a Hemi engine. It shows the colors, the dashboard layout, and then the bottom side of what it should look like, and 2 pictures of the completed model. I don't know which of the 2 engines is the most potent or whatnot. I'll have to do research because I am going to build mine like a day 2 car. So I'll have to find out which of the, stronger the 2 engines. And on the back side it has Plymouth color code suggestions, suggested paint colors, upholstery colors, chrome trim and badges. So a lot of good information there on the instruction sheet. Here is the decals. I'm not going to take them out or whatnot for these. I want to leave them sealed in, but You can see the air cleaner cover decal. There is dash decals, license plates, and various, the Plymouth lettering and whatnot. It's a very small decal sheet. Okay, we'll move on to the tires. These are like street radial type tires. Okay, you can sort of see them. It's not focusing, and I can't stay still enough. But anyway, there's 4 of the same size as street, sort of street radial tires. Plus, there's also 2 bigger, nicely detailed drag slicks. Okay. So you can put drag slicks on your car with your little more potent engine. First sprue gives you steel type steel wheels and to go with the tires, and then there are stock hubcaps. But as I say, these tires are not appropriate for a stock build, but you can still build your hotted up day 2 Belvedere with steel wheels and stock hubcaps. Next package is the floor pan and part chassis, as well as the door cards, all nicely crisply detailed. And then there's the K-member and the torsion bars. They're very fine torsion bars, so you have to be real careful taking them off there, but nice detail to it. And then here we have exhaust, I think front engine, front chassis half with the engine cradle. The rest, there's the rear springs, drive shaft, intake. Nicely, if you like to show your cars with the hood open, there's some nicely detailed springs there, or hood hinges and springs. Here we have interior. There's bucket seats. I'm not sure, I don't recall from Mopar Modeler's review if there was a bench seat in the satellite or not, so I don't know if this is newly tooled. I don't remember. Sorry, check out his video. There's more of the exhaust system here. Seat backs, the hanging pedals with your gas, clutch, brake pedals, and the rear seat. And obviously there's something missing from here that it will show up in another release, or maybe is in the satellite, I don't recall. But it goes to show that Moebius plans for other versions of these kits. Here we have engine half, oil pan, fan, transmission cover, intake valley cover, exhaust manifolds, water pump, all nicely detailed from the looks of it. Heads here. And here we have inner fenders in behind the headlight area, substructure. That's a neat addition. Rad. There's the dashboard. Brake backing plates. There's the firewall. Steering wheel. Everything's nice and clean. So far there hasn't been much flash or anything. You just have to take care. Like that steering wheel was very fine. And there's the chrome. There's the chrome tree. There's the obviously the grill and the bumpers. Here's something that's not in the satellite kit. Are these mag wheels. The wider ones for the drag tires, and then smaller ones for if you decide to use all 4 smaller tires. There's an air cleaner cover, air filter cover. The heads, or valve covers, and windshield wipers. There's the small poverty caps, hubcaps. Lots of great stuff here. Headlight, the interior headlight buckets. The shifter is right there. It's all nicely detailed. Tail lights are here. A lot of nice chrome parts here, some of which, if you want realism, you might be, stripping, perhaps. There's the center console type thing there. And we have the clear parts. I'm not going to take them out of their baggie. There's the clear parts. And last but not least is the body. And I left this to last for a reason. This is a very, very full box when you get it. The body was kind of stuck in sideways and with all the parts jammed in between it. And when I took it out, I mean, it's very nice, clean. It's polished. Like Mopar Mahler said, unlike the trucks and was it the Hornets, were very pebbly. These are nicely polished. The only problem is, according to Dave Metzner, who represents Moebius on the car side of things, and you can meet him if you go to some events, they polished it so much that they've almost did away with the door lines and whatnot. You can see them there in the picture, but in real life, a couple coats of primer and they'd be gone. So if you're gonna build this kit, you'll have to scribe the door lines, the trunk lines, that type of thing. If you want them to be visible, and then you might want to use a dark wash on either after painting or pre-shade them before painting. But the thing that really annoyed me is, I don't know if you can see that, but this side the car is really warped. Like this side is way up. Maybe if I can use the box top here. I don't know. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's hard to see, but the body of this Plymouth is really warped on the passenger side. The fender's way up in the air. I don't know if you can see it just showing it like that, but this side, like, I've got to virtually twist it to try to get it straight. So I'd read online somebody got one and it was really warped, and they wrote to Moebius, and Moebius sent them a replacement body. So I wrote to Moebius, saying this thing is really warped. I really like the rest of the kit, but this thing is really warped. And they basically wrote back to me and said, well, put it all together, and when you put it together, that should straighten it out. And when I should have said beforehand, when I wrote to them, I offered to pay shipping for them to send me another body so I could have a straight body. And so their response is, well, put it all together, and if it doesn't straighten out, let us know, and basically we'll take you up on your offer of shipping, to pay for shipping. So we're not going to send you one, even though you're offering to pay for shipping, until you build this thing and see if it'll straighten out when you build it. Well, maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of not impressed by that response. Especially when I was offering to pay, you know, because I realized they've got to ship it up here to Canada and whatnot. And to have a straight body, I was willing. But apparently not. I got to build it first, and if it won't straighten out, then they'll ship me a body at my expense. Um, that doesn't sit well with me, but maybe that's just me. I mean, there are possibilities. Maybe when you do glue everything down together, you can get it lined up and straighten up, you know, with the inner structures and whatnot. I don't know, because obviously I haven't started on this thing yet. The other possibility is something you can do with either plastic or resin is to like immerse the area into some really hot water and work it to try to straighten it out, like put it on a flat surface and you know, work to straighten it out. And then if you get it straightened out, then immerse it back in cold water so it will set in the proper position. That's a possibility too. We'll have to see. But as it is, it's not too usable. So I'm somewhat disappointed by that and by their response. But I guess maybe they think people are trying to take advantage of them. I don't know. But it is what it is at the moment. So what can I say? Basically, this is a is a great kit. I mean, you look at all the parts and pieces and whatnot, and it's really well done. If it's a subject matter you like, I would recommend checking it out. Just be aware, though, that the box is really full, and the chances are something being warped like this is quite possible, because like I say, I'm not the only one that's commented on this problem. So anyway, if it's a subject you like, it might be worth your while, but just buyer beware. And I guess we'll end it there. This is probably, oh my, 17 minutes already, so it's long enough. That's the Lazy Eyed Modeler giving you a review of the Plymouth Belvedere I. And if you want to check Mopar Modeler's site for the review of the Plymouth Satellite, I recommend you check out his excellent review. Okay, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.